Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you how to reference. We use the Harvard referencing system in psychology on the OCR specification. It's slightly different to other versions of Harvard, but just learn it this way. Now this as well is only how to reference journal articles. So journal articles are obviously written versions of the report that are in a journal. So in this case we've got Applied Cognitive Psychology is the journal name. If you were referencing like a book or a website or something different like that, there's different ways of doing it, but you'll only ever need to know how to reference these journal articles. So we always start off with the names. So here we've got all the names of the researchers which have taken part in collecting the results of this study and analysing it and things like that. So the main person is Grant. So you always start off with the surname, and the names are always in capital letters as well. So it's Grant, and then you always put a comma, and then you want the initial with a full stop, and then the middle name with a full stop. So it's always the surname, a comma, and then it's the first initial full stop, and then the second initial full stop. So this person's called Harry, and then the middle name is beginning with an M, and the second name is Grant. If they haven't got a middle name, then you just literally put on their initial. The reason why you're putting that full stop there is because it's showing that it's truncated. So, you know, they're not called H, they're called Harry. So it's, you know, showing that by the use of the full stop. And the comma there after Grant is showing that the H in the end belongs to Grant. So then we need another comma because this comma separates Grant from the next researcher, which in this case is Lindsay Breadhall. So her second name is Breadhall. And then comma, and then you want L because that's Lane, and then a middle name C. And then you're separating the researchers with another comma. And then you've got the next one, which is John Clay. So John doesn't have a middle name. So it's just Clay, comma, J dot, and then you separate those researchers, and then we've got Jennifer Ferry, so Ferry, and then J dot, and then a comma, and then we've got Janie Groves. In fact, I don't know if there's space there. I don't think it really matters if there's a space there, to be honest. And then we've got Timothy A. McDorman. So Dorman, T dot A dot. But at this point, you need an ampersand. So the ampersand is standing for and. You don't put and in a reference at the end of a journal article. It's always got the ampersand in it. And you've got dark and v.j. So that is, you know, all the research is done. Then you need the date, so it's 1998, and they're always in brackets. No full stops are required at this point, and then you just need the name of the actual journal article. So we've got, and it's not in capitals, it's just a normal upper lowercase. We've got context dependent, memory. Oh, it helps that I spell everything right. Text dependent memory. Meaningful. Cannot type at all. Meaningful material information for students. Then it's a full stop because it's the end of a sentence, and then it is the journal article in italics. So we've got Applied Cognitive Psychology. Again, it's not in capital letters, it's just normal. Now at this point we put a comma because the information that we're putting next is about that journal. So we've got the volume number is 12. Sometimes you have a volume and then you have a number of that volume. But on this one, so basically you put 12, and say it gave you a number, you'd put it in brackets like that. But they haven't actually given you a number of it, so we just leave that off. And then we put a comma, and then we put the page numbers. So these are all in italics, and it's a full stop. So that is the reference there.